afternoon. Gaffer, you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. Right, just a quick one in terms of the week. It's the last day today. So, at the beginning of the week, what did you set out to achieve? And do you think that the week's, you've accomplished what you set out to achieve during the week?
I think that at the start of any trip, certainly to the training camp of T3, it's really important that we get the fitness work in and the work ethic that I require from players and staff. It's really important that that's evident and that grows from pre-season, and certainly in this week. I think from an organisational point of view, it's allowed us to do our tactical work at night. The physical work's just been immense. The lads have committed to every session, and I've been delighted with the attitude and application of the boys. I think what you do find, on a trip like this is the togetherness and the way that the dynamic of the group. That's really important for me, to see the dynamic of the group and that there's no cliques or divisions in the group, and that's been really evident all week. And I've been really impressed with their attitude and application of the boys.
So like you say, obviously you've been impressed. It was a good group of lads that came over. Obviously there's some that are in the squad already, and then we've got some trialists on with us during this week. Was the general determination of them and commitment something that impressed you as well? Because obviously they look like they've trained really hard this week.
They've had it tough, we've done some early starts, we've done 3 early starts, 7:15 starts, and I wanted to test the mental character of them, to get them out of bed and get them running along the beach, and they have done that. So we've asked for three sessions a day off them, so there's been plenty of recovery time. We've been finishing the second session round about 11:30, and then going back out about 6:30. And really the weather's been bonus, because it has been overcast, it's been quite dull, which has really helped the intensity in the training sessions. Sometimes we've been on camps where it's been too severe, the weather's been too severe, so that's allowed us to get a lot more intensity into the work. But certainly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was some of the toughest sessions that I've ever sort of put on as a coach or manager, and the lads did every single one.
So in terms of benefits to the team, for example like camaraderie and so on, do you think that this week's benefited that? And also, is there a benefit to you guys as a management team as well?
I think that there's a benefit to the whole club, the way that the chairman wanted to do it by getting the fans out, having the game, but more importantly the training session that we allowed the fans to come and watch. I think they can see the work, the commitment, the intensity that they want to train at, and hopefully that message will get that out there. And the chairman seeing how his staff work, how his staff operate. He's always looking to improve and get better and make better. So I think it's given the chair. He's been on the beach sessions. He's watched every single session that we've done, and I think the chairman he's at the rock face, and the lads have loved having him here. They've loved the time that he spent with them, and it's important because they really he's a real big part of this group. And you just I've watched them grow. I've watched certain players grow out here and evolve, and you can only do that when you've got a good squad of good people. And luckily we've recruited the right kind of people, the right human beings to take us forward, and I think the fans probably have seen that.
So just touching on the game, it was a very impressive all-round squad performance. What are your thoughts on the game as a whole?
It's crazy really. I bumped into Lee Mason, the Premiership referee down here. He's out on holiday, and I did ask him could he do the game, and I'm so glad he didn't now, but he mentioned about maybe he's the Spanish referee and it might be a little bit biased, and I think the lads did really well, because it wasn't the right level of game for us. It was a very volatile game. It wasn't Spanish in anything it did, and I was disappointed. I was expecting them to move the ball quick and pass the ball really well. I didn't expect a Spanish team to be very over aggressive, which it was. But I think there was a lot of frustration on the night, which the lads handled well. A lot of 4 or 5 offside decisions that weren't, but it just frustrates you. Top players like Daniel Nardiello and Ryan Lowe, because they're making good intelligent runs and getting caught offside, and it was something that we tried to work on during the week, but you couldn't put it into practice because the officials let the game down and sort of lost control of the game. At one point at half time, we was thinking about throwing a bag on it, but I spoke to the players and we all calmed down and we all sort of relaxed, and we had to move the ball quick, and we did, and some of the quality on show was exciting, but I was very, very disappointed with the opposition and the opposition manager. I tried to ask him to talk to his players and make sure that he controlled them. If the referee weren't controlling the situation, if one of my players would have topped one of their players, I'd have brought him off, and I told him that. But the attitude and application comes down from the top, and the manager just didn't seem to want to know. But I had to get the main players off the pitch, and obviously Tom Walsh and Brassy come into it because we was running out of numbers, and they both did fantastic, and it just shows the togetherness that we've got. We all dug in, we all stuck in, and scored 7 good goals.
So obviously with it being the last day, can you sum up the week for us in one phrase?
I think there's been a togetherness, from the top down, from the chair down. Every single, my staff are quite incredible. They work hard, they're organised, they're professional, and that rubs off on the players, and the players have been. And I think a togetherness, I think that's one word that describes the whole trip. The fact that we make sure that we all stick together, stand together as one, and I'm including the fans who come out here, and that they've been excellent, really well behaved, and come to the venue. We had a good chat on, I think it was Friday night, quite an informative chat, and some of the questions were brilliant, and we managed to see a few of the fans, and I think they've enjoyed it, but they've seen how we work and how we operate, and I'm glad for that.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Gaffer.
Pleasure.
Thanks.